Hello and welcome to another video of Adventure Awaits. Now today, I wanted to take this time to make a video on some of the mods I've did to my car. Especially my headlights, as that's been getting a lot of attention these days. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Righto, starting from the front of the car, we have a bull bar, obviously. Two 9-inch X-ray flood spot combo lights. We also have a 12,000 pound winch. Moving on underneath the car, we have a bash plate and a diff guard. Not too sure whether you can see that or not, but there is a diff guard underneath there. Now, I have fitted the high capacity cooling sump for the transfer case, which yeah, it should be working. I'm not too sure. I don't have any gauges to check, but it's there and it's a peace of mind, I guess. And while I'm underneath here, I don't know if I can get you to see it, but yes, extended brake lines. I do have extended brake lines because I do wish to lift my car in the future, and I have a heavy duty prop shaft. All joints are serviceable, and this guy can take up to a 4-inch lift. Not that I'm going to lift it 4 inches, but yeah. Ooh, and also oh, you can't really see it, can you? Red brake calipers. Yo. Anyways, let's go. Alright, now let's talk about my headlight. This has got to be one of my favorite mods that I've ever done to my car, full stop. But it was probably one of the difficult ones as well. Well, actually, it's not really that difficult. It's more of the peer pressure that if you stuff up, you're going to be either... It's not even you're going to be either. You're going to be headlightless and more poor in your back pocket. Because as some of you Discovery 2 owners know, these headlights will cost about $400 to $500 each. So that's quite a lot of money. So I wanted to make sure that I did everything right and it's going to work. So I've done this retrofit about a year ago, and it's still holding its place, which is good. Let's hope it stays that way. And I do a lot of off-roading, probably about once a week, maybe more, maybe less, give or take. And I don't see any water indigestions or dust in the headlight, so that's always a plus. Now, what I've got it fitted is the Morimoto D2S 4.0 projectors. It's a bi-Xenon projector, sorry. So basically what that means is there's a shield in there that looks like that with an angle on it. And when you put the high beams on it, the shield goes down. So basically that does the low beam and the high beam. Now the factory high beam still works, so when I go high beam, ow, fudge. 2 high beams turn on, so I've pretty much got dual high beams. For moving on, the Shroud, I'm using the Gatling Gun 2.0, and I have an LED halo ring behind it, as well as an LED halo ring on the high beam ring. Now, the LED halo ring in behind the Shroud is a switchback type, so what that means is when the engine's in the running position, it's going to shine white. As soon as you indicate, it's going to shine orange. So let me just quickly demonstrate that for you. So, what do you think? That was pretty cool, eh? I kind of like it too. Anyway, so I think what I'll do, well, I wouldn't think, what I'm going to do is when the sun goes down, I'm going to get another video with the headlights on, the high beams on, and showing everything and whatnot. Because I have other electric mods that I've done that you'll probably only see in the night, so I'll probably show all that as well. Or I can just use the magic of editing and just click my fingers and just show you like right now, which will change it to nighttime and also change the location as well. Actually, that's a good idea, let's do that. So I'm going to click my fingers and it's going to change location, it's going to make back into nighttime, and I'm going to show you all the electrical lighting mods that I've done. So in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now that we just magically made it nighttime and changed locations completely, I can show you some of the electrical mods I've done. Let's first start off with the cutoff line. Yeah, so I'm going to turn the headlights on so you guys can see it. So, HIDs will take a little bit to warm up, but here we go. That's my Parkers, by the way. There you go. So as you can see, that's a nice cutoff line. And then when you go high beam, whoop-bah! Yo, I can hear the camera focusing on something, but yeah, that's high beams. And back to low. And this time I'll turn the high beams on and turn on and off the spotlights. So high beam, and that's with the spotlights on, spotlights off, spotlights on, spotlights off. I don't know if you can see the difference, but yeah, there it is. So we'll just bring the camera across just to get a nice close look at that. So it's very nice sharp cutoff. Now if we look over here, now that's totally too bright and blinding and they'll piss everyone off. But if we move up, now we're out of the line. Back in the firing range, out of the firing range. So yeah, it's not bad. Ah, I just remembered one thing about the LED halo rings that I did. They dim when you turn your headlights on Parkers, so I'll quickly show you that as well. So there's ignition on, and then when that's pretty bright, as you can see. If I turn the Parkers on, they're darker. Alright, moving on to the next mod, I have the welcome lights, so you press unlock. There you go. So I have drilled a hole underneath my dual mirrors. That's just too bright for it to do anything, but you get the idea. There's an LED there. I'm gonna unlock again. There we go. And then we have LEDs in the footwell. You can see that. Doesn't want to focus. There you go. So there. On the passenger side. And the back. And yeah, excuse the messy wiring, but yeah. Oops, someone's doing backfire. Oh, and another thing for you Discovery 2 owners, you probably noticed that the middle light isn't turning on. That's because I've mounted a switch. I've made a master. Oh shoot, that's bright. Made a master switch. So yeah, right now that's on the on position. That's auto. That's off. And we'll put it back on, and that's the switch there. If I press that switch, the rest of the light turns on because that's all on auto. Now, if I put this on auto and then press the switch, lights go out. Now, if I press shoot, there we go. Auto, close the door, they will turn off. I don't know when they turn off, like 15 seconds or something. 15 seconds was it? I don't know. Oh, there it goes. They turn off. So, and when I open the door again, turns on, flick the switch, turns off. It's not in your face. So yeah, that's the electrical mods that I've done to my car. I should smoke side repeaters, and they're LEDs as well, so if I lock the car, yes, unlock. I don't know if you can really pick that up. That's it there. Very nice. Now, let's change locations and go back out on the bush and make it daylight again. So in 3, 2, 1. So what do you reckon? That was pretty cool, huh? The headlights, you know, the welcome lights, the footwell lights, and obviously my interior lights that I changed to LEDs. So much better, by the way. Maybe a bit too bright, but whatever. So yeah, that's about it for my headlight, obviously, and the electrical mods that I've done to it. So let's start moving around the car and show the rest of what I've done to my car. Okay, moving on, we've got sill mount rock sliders. They ain't going anywhere, in a hurry anyway. They're beastie, very strong, and that's kind of what you want. Because I've hit these quite a few times as well, and they're still straight and my door's still open, which is what you want. Moving on to the back, I guess. We have the very small Gme Glass Fan Antenna, which I get told that I look like an undercover cop by my friend. Don't know why a cop will use a Discovery, but whatever. I've got this heavy duty steel rear bar which isn't bolted on properly. I should really get onto that before it falls off. Now in the inside, we've got a fridge and a 12-inch subwoofer and a custom made housing. Let me just show you. So once again, we have the fridge and the outlet port for the dual battery system. We've got 12.9 volts, very nice, and the 12-inch sub. Doof. Oh, also reversing camera. Yeah. Oh, before I forget, fuel tank guard. Yes, fuel tank guard, rear diff guard, and a Because 4x4 sticker, because why not? Righto, so now let's move to the inside of the car. I'm going to jump in from the back so you guys can see the whole front end of the car. The cockpit, as you might call it. As it kind of looks like a cockpit because, you know, all the gauges, the CB radio up there, and a dash cam and whatnot. Anyway, this is the interior of my car. Nothing too special other than heaps of gauges and a nice doubled in head unit. Now, let's talk about my gauges first before we go to the head unit. We have an oil pressure gauge, oil temperature gauge, EGT, I think that's very important, water temperature gauge, also I think it's very important, and over here we have a boost gauge. I originally did not plan to get a boost gauge either, but then my car started over boosting, so I had to check it out what it was doing. But yeah, those are the gauges I have. And the gauge pod, it's custom made. I didn't buy it from a company. It's just some guy on the Land Rover forums. He made this gauge pod for the Discovery, and I think it also will fit the Defender. Actually no, it won't. It will just fit the Discovery 2s and Discovery 1. Now it's very nice. I love it to bits, and yeah, I think it fits in very well with the Discovery 2 interior. Now the problem is I don't think you can buy it anymore. Maybe, I don't know, I forgot the guy's name who I bought it off. He does have an eBay store, but I haven't saved it, so I actually have no clue if I can get this gauge pod anymore, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but because I wanted to put on Dad's car as well, but we'll see how it goes. Now, moving on to the head unit. Sorry for the shitty zoom, my lens is a bit jammed. Head unit. We've got a doubled in head unit here. Now obviously, I didn't plan to get a double DIN in the first place. I just wanted a single DIN with the flip out screen, but then I got gauges and gauge pod, which means when I get the flip out screen, it blocks about half my gauge or quarter of my gauge, and I kind of didn't want that. So I was like, alright, I know this is doable, I've seen some people do it, so I'm going to research it myself. And luckily for me, I knew someone who works with fiberglass, and he does these body panels and all these cool custom jobs. So I asked my mate if he can help me out, and he was like, yeah, we'll have a look. And had a look, and he said it was pretty easy, looks pretty easy, so we gave it a shot. And yeah, basically you can see a little cut there. I don't know if you can really see it probably, but there's a cut there. That's where we cut, and we also cut here, and we separated the whole AC unit, and then we dropped it down like so, and shoved plastic in that section there, and in this section here, and then we got some bog and filler, I think, bogged it up, made the shape, and painted up, and that's what it looks like. Looks really neat. Now my mate wants to fix that crack there, and there's another crack. I'll get rid of my drink bottle. There's another crack there. He wants to get it all fixed, but I'm really not too fussed because everything works as it should, and I really can't be bothered taking the dash apart again. But yeah, that's the interior of my car. There's nothing else more special to it, I think. Let's talk about my sound system, I guess, because I've shown you the sub that's in the back. So, and not Android. This is Kenwood. It's also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but my phone doesn't want to talk to it, so yes. Screw you. Why you not talk to it? Anyways, so Kenwood double DIN head unit. Don't know what thingy brand or model it is, but it's a DVD player. So if I press that, go open. There's your DVD player, and there's your memory card to put your maps in. Press eject again. In. Press the nav button, and it shows you where exactly you are. Press nav again, and you go back out. And it does have digital radio. There's the antenna for the digital radio, but if you're on the Gold Coast, you won't get any of that because, I don't know, Australia. You have it in the capital cities, but not on the Gold Coast. Anyways, sound system. Let's go back to the sound system, not get carried away. This is a, oh, how many speakers do I have? 11 speakers? Tweeter, mid-high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, this is an 11 speaker system. So you got your factory tweeter over there, your factory mid-highs, and I got my kicker components 6" in the bottom, 6.5" I should say. Get out of the car. Got a tweeter in the back, factory tweeter, and a 6.5" Sony coaxial in the back, and obviously the sub in there. Now the sound quality is really good, and I'm in love with it. I probably might get a copyright strike. I think if I don't play it for 30 seconds or more, it might not give me a strike. I'll play a tune and see if the microphone will pick up if it's the audio quality. Jesus, I'm stuttering and the autofocus has gone crazy. I think that's 30 seconds, I don't know. So that's the audio quality we have on the sound system. It's pretty good. If I had any bassier music, I'll definitely play that because the sub really kicks in, but anyway, that's it for the interior of the car, so let's move on to, I haven't showed you the underhood, so let's move on to the underhood and I'll show you stuff around there. Let's go. There's nothing too fancy or special underneath here. Let me just start from the right side. I have a coolant leak by the looks of it. How much coolant do I have? Oops. Okay. Anyway, so what we have here is an oil catch can, red silicone intercooler hoses, because red goes faster. Yeah. My second auxiliary battery to power the fridge and my amplifier. Now speaking about the auxiliary battery, I've got a circuit breaker here which comes down. That's my tripod, I just knocked with my ass. Where is it? Where'd you go? Oh, there it is. That Anderson plug. So you can charge your second battery with a solar panel. Also, I just remembered something, I'm so bad. Swaybar Disconnects. Yes, off-road mod. Swaybar Disconnects. Currently they're disconnected and the connection's there. I will be making another separate video for this one because it's awesome. Yeah, back into the engine bay. Moving towards this side, I'll open the battery casing. Nothing too interesting here other than a battery, ECU, and that's my the Redarc dual battery system controller. And this is my winch controller, which I left on, I think, so I'll turn it off. Yeah, I don't need the winch. I'll say that, and I'll probably do one of these hills, and then I'm going to need a winch. Nah, it's a Land Rover, she'll be right. Yeah, I think that's about it for the engine bay. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I think that's about it for the mod list of my car. I'm going to stop you, autofocus, because you're peeving me off. Anyway, I think that's about it for the mod list I've done to my car. If anything, I would like to do a 2-inch lift because it does sit pretty low, and 32s with no sway bar, they rub. Serious, they rub. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. If there's any other video requests you want to make, just leave it in the comment section below or whatnot. And I will probably see you in my next video. So until then, catch you later. Bye!